Toastmasters, I am Brian McNeill, and I'm happy to be here at Ready Talkers Toastmaster. What are you good at? What are you great at? What is it that you do that makes your heart sing when you do it? You don't have to really answer for me because I already know what it is that you're good at. I already know what you're great at. You are good at that thing that you imagine yourself doing more of. You're good at that thing that makes your heart sing when you do it. That's what you're good at. You know, all of us, when you were a child, did you just seem there were some things that you just did better than others naturally? Some people were better singers, just naturally better at singing. Some people were better at math, just naturally better at math. They just liked it. Some people were gifted athletically over their contemporaries just because they just happen to be gifted that way. I think we all have our own gifts. We all are given gifts when we were born. So we have our gifts. We have the things that we like doing so much that we're good at already, but we like doing it so much we're willing to learn how to do it better. You know, I call those talents. The things that you imagine yourself doing, that you have a natural giftedness towards doing, the thing that you can see yourself doing, the thing that you're willing to study doing, those are your talents. So you have your gifts and your talents, and you have your dreams. The things that you really, the thing that keeps pulling on your heart, that will not let you not think about doing it. Those are your dreams. Your gifts, your talents, and your dreams, I put those together and I call that your seed. That combination of your gifts, your dreams, and your talents, that is your seed. A seed is an amazing thing. You can take a seed from an apple and make an orchard. Several trees, several apples that will feed people forever. Just a seed from an apple tree can make an orchard. Now, in my introduction, Mr. Steve Heston did a phenomenal job about it, and he was talking about the name of my speech. My speech is called The Miracle of the Seed in the Soil. And I did a lot of research on it. I've never given this talk before, but I did a lot of research on it. I want to tell you a very familiar parable. This parable is found in the book of Matthew, it's in Mark, and it's in Luke as well. It's called the parable of the sower. I'm going to do it in Brian speak. A man went out to sow, which means plant seeds. He sowed his seeds. Some of the seeds fell by the wayside, and the birds ate them up. Some of the seeds fell in rocky ground where there wasn't much earth. And those seeds sprouted up quickly and were scorched by the sun and withered away. Some seeds were planted amongst the thorns, and they grew as well because the ground was good there amongst the thorns. But the thorns choked them out and killed them off. And then some seeds landed on good soil, and they took root and they bore fruit. That's what happened. Those seeds, those different types of ground, I equate those to people. People. You have an idea of what you want to do with your life. You have a dream, and you've reached that time in your life where your courage is summoned up and you want to take it from the dream stage and actually do it. It's that time for you. You want to make it happen for yourself. You're excited about doing your thing. You want to build your business, and you want to step out on faith and get it done. So in your excitement, you tell some people about it. You tell lots of folks about it. Some of the people that you tell, they immediately ridicule your idea. They shoot it down, and they feed it doubt. They feed it doubt. Those are the birds. Those are the birds that just come and pick at your ideas. When you get birds coming at you like that, you got a choice to make. You could argue with those birds. You could try to chase the birds away. You could try to reason with the birds. Have you ever tried to argue with a bird? Have you ever tried to reason with a real bird? Have you ever had to have a discussion with a real bird? One of our Toastmasters members is not here tonight because a bird flew into her home, and that is a major emergency to her. Birds don't really care about what you say. They're about their own business. Birds' function is to eat. and feed and make their nest. They don't care about what you got to say to them, but those are the birds. But you could choose to explain it to the birds that give you doubt and everything, but I'm not recommending that you try that. Okay? I consider that fruitless activity. You know? Negotiating with the birds. Let the birds do what the birds do. Some of the people that you tell your great ideas to, they're happy for you. They are happy for you. They can't really help you that much, but they're happy for you. And they say, go do it! Go do your thing. And they help you, and they help you even see a little bit of success initially. Quick, immediate, a little bit of success. Now, because they really can't help, because there's not much depth there, as soon as you have that little bit of success, when things get hot, they help you retreat too. When the bill comes and money's not there, or when confusion comes, or when doubt creeps in, when it gets a little hot, they help you go back away so that your dream dies quickly. It raises quickly and dies quickly because there's no depth there. You know, that's amongst the rocks. Okay? They're not trying to be harmful, but there's just not enough depth to be helpful. They can only help a little bit, but they can quickly help you to retreat. Those are the rocks. And we all have some of those. And then there's the thorns. The thorns have good ground. They have depth there too. But the thorns are selfish. This is our soil. This is our good ground. Now, I don't want you in it. You're not down. You're not part of our club. Now, if you do figure out a way to get into my good ground, and I don't want you there, I'm going to choke you. I'm going to choke you and kill you. Get out of here. Go find you someplace else, because this is my ground. Those are the thorns. The thorns are good at choking off your dreams. That's what they do. I got my crew here, my fellow thorns. We got the information. We got the nutrients. We got the time. We could be helpful to you, but nah. We're only going to help other thorns. That's what we help. We help other thorns make other thorns. But we're not helping you. We're going to choke you off. You can't stay with us. And then there are those people that are good soil. Now, good soil people, they're the people that are naturally encouraging of you. They have nutrients. They can help you get the help you need or teach you something themselves. They're happy to see you successful because they understand that there is plenty good room. And they also take good joy in you also enjoying the success that they enjoy. That is good soil. Good soil make room for other good soil. Isn't that a cool thing? Now, on purpose, we all should be looking for our own good soil. A quick way to find your own good soil is by you becoming good soil for someone else. You can be good soil for someone else. You can be the nutrient that someone else needs. You can help that person that has the idea, and you can help them figure out a reason why instead of a reason why not. You can choose to be good soil or rocks. You can choose to be thorns or wayside road. You can become good soil for someone else. Now, what is in good soil? Good soil has minerals in it. Good soil has nutrients in it. Good soil has decomposed biological things in it that make it a good soil, good fertile ground for other things to grow. Today is a kind of a clarion call to challenge you all to become good soil. And the cool thing about that is you have a choice to make. You get to decide if you want to be good soil or not. Will you be my good soil? And I be your good soil? Will you be my good soil? And I'll be your good soil. Because I need you to be my good soil. And you need me to be your good soil. Will you be my good soil? Can I count on you to be my good soil? Because I need good soil. For the things I want to do in my life, the great things I want to do, I need you to be my soil. Would you also step up to the plate and be my good soil? And I'll be your good soil. There's things that you have that need to be planted in me so that I can nourish you. And there's things that I have that I need to plant in you to nourish me and nourish us both. And we be upwardly mobile together. Will you be my good soil? I really need you to be my good soil. I do. I do need you. There's things that you have done that I haven't. There's things you've seen that I never will see. There's a perspective you have that I do not. And I will grow stronger with your help. There's things I've done that you haven't. There's places I've been that you haven't. There's roads I've walked, things I've seen, that if I was to pour into you, would greatly enrich you. So will you be my good soil? The challenge is, we have opportunities to be good soil and bad soil a lot. We see stuff out there and about where we could be helpful and we choose to not. Why not? Why not? You've heard me say it before and I'm going to mention it again. There's this thing called the sin of the desert. The sin of the desert. The sin of the desert is when you know where the water is, but you won't tell anyone else. You know where the water is, but you won't tell anyone else. Sometimes we have opportunities to be helpful to someone, and we know where the water is, and we don't tell them out of our own laziness, out of our own tiredness. I just don't feel like it. Out of our own fears, out of our own lack of skills of imparting. You know, if I didn't know anything at all about parliamentary procedures and you ask me about it, how helpful can I be? You know, how helpful can I be? How can I teach you parliamentary procedures and I don't know it? No. But the things I do know, I can teach wonderfully. And I'll tell you this too. The things that you're here to do, the things that, the soil that you have, you are here because only you could do that. Only you could do that. The stuff that's in your heart to do. Now we're going to talk about the seed a little bit more. Because I mentioned to you, one seed can make an orchard. A seed, if you take a seed and put it on a dresser for the rest of your life, it'll just stay there. It'll never do anything. If you plant that seed into good soil and bury it up and let that seed get water and sun, amazing things happen with that seed that you can't see. See, a seed gets hot in the ground. It gets warm. And then that seed bursts in the ground. And first, the roots are formed. The seed forms roots first. The roots go down and the roots go out to make it easier for the seed to receive moisture. The roots go out to receive moisture and nutrients. And all of these things happen that you can't see. Amazing things are going on with that seed in the ground that you can't see. And then when that seed does have enough root structure right where it's planted, that seed does not replant itself once it has established a root structure. You know, that's why it's folly to try to change location from one place to another place looking for better ground. That's really folly most of the time, because you really should examine the place that you're already planted first. That seed makes its root structure, and then a blade of grass comes through. That blade of grass has to come through a seed. It has to go through dirt. It has to go through dirt. Sometimes it has to go through rock. If there's a rock in its way, that grass veers around it until it finds a place to get up. Okay? If there's another root around it, it'll bump into that root, and then it'll just keep looking until it finds a place where it can come up out of that good soil. It's been said before, nature doesn't struggle to grow. Like grass doesn't struggle to grow, flowers don't struggle to bloom, birds don't really struggle to feed themselves. On one hand, that's true. On the other hand is, it does, in a way. You know, nature does struggle a little bit. It comes through, though. It always does it because that's just what it does. Good seeds planted in good soil can make the whole world better. So what I'm going to commission you guys to do is to take the challenge, because opportunities will come to you where you could be good soil. I'm going to challenge you all to seek out your own soil, your own good soil. Mr. Toastmaster.